everybody. Ready to get Bolo?
Oh, I thought you were going to knock over your desk when you did that.
Something's about to get knocked over. You want to get in it? You want to get in it?
Let's do it.
Okay, let me start this. This is one you this is one that we'll see.
You didn't even introduce the name of the show. If you're going to pay a producer to make you look good, you can't be a moron right off the top. Welcome to Pardon the POV. Your name is Matt. His name is Crispy. Can we have some class here, gentlemen? Thank you.
Woo, thank you, Mr. Oz. Appreciate you. You little. Let's go. Debate number one. HubSpot stock crash was deserved versus Wall Street doesn't understand what a good SaaS looks like. HubSpot beat earnings, grew 21%, added Clara I can't pronounce Clara to their board, and the stock tanked 12.8% after they announced beating earnings. One host says the market correctly punished inflated expectations and slowing growth trajectory. The other says Wall Street is punishing excellence because they're addicted to AI porn. Which one do you agree with, Crispy?
I think the stock crash was deserved. I think that they're adding board members to inflate this artificial idea of the next generation of CRMs being solely AI driven.
Great argument. I really appreciate how many facts you presented during this. Good job, Crispy. I think this stock crash is asinine, and it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Probably one of, when you look back in history and you look at how quarterly earnings go, literally they have no more debt. Their average customers over 5K, which is enterprise customers, have increased. They added 11,000 customers. They beat their earning report with 21% revenue growth. Their NER is up. They, like, any number you think of is up. And Wall Street says that's not good enough because your AI credit usage hasn't increased. Like, what they're looking at are these lovables, which is just like lovables and AI wrappers that are essentially AI wrappers, looking at these giant, now exponential revenue increases, and they're punishing execution. It is a bubble. It's going to pop. And when it is, things like HubSpot, even Salesforce is being punished. Things like HubSpot and Salesforce and actual CRMs where people are doing work will come out ahead. This is complete hogwash. It's idiotic and it's stupid. Someone, if you wanted to make money, go buy a lot of HubSpot stock.
Couple notes here. You don't have to read one host says. You're obviously one of the hosts and you're reading that. And it's not AI porn. It's exponential growth porn, which is a colloquialism. We don't want our viewers to get the wrong impression. All right, next.
I'm getting angry at the Oz man. I changed it to AI porn because exponential doesn't make any sense.
Okay, next up. We talk about quota attainment a lot with our customers and partners and different sales teams. What does 50% quota mean? Does it mean that your quota is broken, or does it mean that it is working and it's working as designed? And does it mean that when you're hovering around 50%, your executives freak out inside of your business? On one hand, you could prove that this is unrealistic and demotivating for your sales team. On the other hand, you could say it is perfect by design. The median rep hits 101%, and that's exactly how those structures should work. So what do we think? Is 50% broken, or is it by design and it's showing performance improvement opportunities?
50% attainment means quota is broken, and that is by design. We're trying to do something different at Super. I've thought lots about this specific problem. And having been a rep and led a rep team, is the way it's done is you expect reps to hit a 70% or lower rep attainment, quota attainment. You put people into a bullpen, you give them training, and you hope some of them swim, and you hope enough swim, knowing that some will not. You fire them, you put them on PIPs, and it's literally by design. The issue is quota attainment's actually decreased over the same time. So what used to be an average of 70 is getting closer to 50%, and the same playbook is no longer working. And it's by design doesn't work, but it's not by design. It's getting worse, and we need to rethink. More likely shows how we're training our teams and we're not enabling well enough.
I think that there is accuracy in the model being broken and being broken by design at the same time. There's also, I think, a misconception around quotas increase as you continuously hit them. So as an example, if I hit a 100% quota, next quarter is 110%. We increase it to 100K per month or whatever it is. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about quota, but does it mean that 50% is broken, or is it by design? I lean more towards it being broken generally, unless a rep is in a ramping period. 50% quota attainment would make my hair stand up.
Yeah, these notes are from Forrester and from Quota Pass statistics from 2025. The actual number is 47%, but you guys are doing great.
Thank you, Mr.
Well then, let's go to the next one. AI sales tools need human oversight or
Nope, you skipped one. Boo.
I wanted to skip one on purpose, and I did what I want. I'm doing what I want to do. If you want to do the other one, you do the other one. AI tools need human oversight forever, or full autonomy is 18 months away. BCG says 82% of sellers don't trust AI tools due to inaccuracy. One argument is AI will always need human oversight. They call it human in the loop. Sales is too nuanced, too relationship driven. The other is that in 18 months from fully autonomous AI agents that will be fully autonomous AI agents that handle prospecting to close without human intervention. That is, if you believe LinkedIn. Crispy, what do you think? How close away are we to no longer needing sales reps?
How close away doesn't make sense, but I'll answer your question nonetheless. So I don't think we're 18 months away because I don't think we'll ever fully be autonomous entirely. I think the beauty to AI and how it's helping us get rid of monotony is it is replacing monotonous time and bullshit tasks with the opportunity to do greater things. And so I don't think we're ever going to get to a place where a sales rep is relying solely on AI in a fully autonomous way. I think that it will reduce the amount of redundancy in their jobs to make them more powerful sellers. So 18 months away, no.
Crispy, you sound like every CEO that I know is building AI, what you just said. And it's, we'll enhance the humans and make them better. It's like, yeah, and you get rid of their jobs. Like here's what I think is going to happen is there's just no way humans don't freaking win. There is no way humans don't freaking win. Say it again. There's no way, because I won't freak out. Humans don't win. Give an example. When there was bank tellers and we had ATMs, the world's going to end. We had ATMs, which bank tellers used to collect money and give and disseminate that to people. We now have, and they thought it was going to get rid of their jobs. We now have more bank tellers today than when the ATM came out in the 1970s. This same phenomenon that is happening, getting rid of mundane, crappy things for sales reps, will only make the job harder. It will mean you have to do even more. It will be more human, not less human. And AI will just force us to make sales into not art form, but science. We're going to need even more salespeople to win deals. We're going to have more salespeople, not less. It will be less autonomous, not more.
There's already evidence of this as well. Here's a good example.
Are you agreeing with me?
I am agreeing with you, and I'm going to use.
Just making sure. I made a great argument.
I'm going to use a pain point that you and I both.
I made a great argument.
You made a great argument.
Okay,
yes.
Sure
I'll use a pain point that you and I both experienced. Riverside, you have fucked us. Like, you fucked us badly as a customer, straight up. We used to use you for all of our podcasts. All of our podcasts were through you, Riverside. All of our podcasts. And you fucked us out of our account, and now we're streaming from StreamYard right now because we couldn't get in touch with a human. All of your customer service is all AI bullshit, and now we churned. That's a perfect example of why humans will prevail, because we relied on AI. AI failed us, and now you lost revenue because of it. And now I'm going to tell everyone, Riverside fucked us. I'm going to tell everyone.
100%. It was a positive result from Finn from Intercom, and they said they marked it as successfully resolved ticket, and somebody won, which is Intercom. That's gaslighting everybody.
Yes.
Okay, Crispy.
Quick little note here. Watch your profanity, please. My children watch this show begrudgingly because their dad's on it and they think he's some kind of YouTube influencer, even though I'm not on here. Please. Thank you.
That sounds like poor parenting. Anyway, man, I'm getting excited. I'm sweating now. Okay, next. Sales enablement ROI. Is it measurable or is it not? Are you measuring the right things in sales enablement or are you measuring the wrong things? And so companies spend billions of dollars on sales enablement. Quota is still going down. Only 17% of those have effective programs. And so I believe it is impossible to measure the total
just making sure it's my turn to go first. If you'd like to follow.
You just went. I mean, I'm giving you the setup. Hold your horses.
Okay.
Hold your horses. I believe it is impossible to measure the entire impact of enablement inside of a business, down to the granular level of the
moderator is the person that reads supposed to give their opinion first or second? I can't remember.
He can do whatever he wants. He's pretty.
There you go. I think the impact of enablement is measured in two ways. One is I think it is measured by certain data points and validated by experience, not solely measured by data points inside your business. It's not possible to measure all the outcomes of what enablement does.
The argument was sales enablement ROI is unmeasurable, or we're just measuring the wrong thing. Being very clear is the ROI of sales enablement 1.0 is not measurable. But however, you can measure whether or not someone's following a process, and that is only possible by super. I think sales enablement finally is measurable. It's in micro behaviors. You must look at outputs. You must look at what people are actually doing. It is now measurable for the first time ever. It was not measurable before, and that's why people overspent without any effect. And so if you keep doing sales enablement 1.0, you'll keep having the results of a sales enablement 1.0, which is decreasing quota attainment and increasing sales reps not spending time on revenue associated tasks. Feel free to follow up and agree with everything I said, Crispy the Rizzler.
I cannot disagree with you on the value of super in measuring process. It makes me think of the, I saw this Instagram video like multiple months ago of a dude who's in church in like Dallas or something. And he tells the ushers, he's like, we didn't hit our goal of everyone donating from the congregation. Ushers, lock the doors. That's what everyone needs. That's what everyone needs to be in right now. Is Bolo needs to preach the gospel to everyone of like, now you can measure sales enablement, and ushers like lock the doors. It's fucking time. It's time for you to understand the value of this now. Lock the fucking doors. Like, this is it.
I don't know if
the name change mid-show ain't going to help you, pretty boy. He's waxing the floor with you. Next segment.
Oh, gosh. You know what? Feel free to agree with me again. I love this. I don't know if I agree with the analogy you said, but I definitely, we should listen. Okay, let's go to this next. Sales reps should prospect first. Inbound marketing should eliminate prospecting. I'm interested in what this is. I don't know. This seems quite crazy. Bain found on the report on sales productivity, sales reps spend 25% of their time selling. The rest is work about work. One point of view is that your effort should focus on prospecting and lead generation instead of waiting for inbound. Another point of view is that you should start BSTN and a news network that helps your something. Literally, this is changing as we're going. It's very difficult for me to look. Another POV is that your reps are cold prospecting in 2025. Your marketing has failed. Where do you sit, Crispy the Rizzler? Is it your reps should be prospecting first, or is it your marketing is just failing?
Oh, this is hard. That's what she said. I'm trying to collect my thoughts together. This is coming from someone who started as an email marketing specialist who interviewed with RP and then decided not to work at RP after Bolo.
Get a job offer. Yep.
I was going to get a job offer, and then Bolo forgot, and I interviewed at Supered, and I was like, hey, or I was going to buy Supered, and he was like, hey, good, nice to meet you. And I'm like, I've known you for like a while, dog. Like, I interviewed you directly. He didn't remember. So fun backstory. I started as email marketing specialist. I built an agency, and I sunsetted the marketing arm of my agency. And so I lean more towards marketing is failing. marketing is failing. I think that it is more difficult for marketing to generate leads now, especially with the ability to create an abundance of content in an abundance of ways.
You think people should prospect?
I think people should prospect. Yes. I think,
okay.
yeah, cold calling. I'm going to argue the entire mobile experience, not just calling, but texting as well, is actually more powerful. I am highly, highly, highly more likely to respond to a text than a phone call. That's why I have like my do not disturb setting on all day. Prospecting, texting, calling will always prevail for me over like email marketing and me responding going inbound. That's just me as a buyer.
I just want to make sure I heard what you're saying. You're saying prospecting is more important than marketing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got dead air here. Somebody talk. Jeez.
Woo! I can't believe somebody I work with believes that. It's just taking me a whole second. Okay, so I created a prospecting mechanism called Surround Bound. It's all built on making there is no such thing as cold prospecting. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of human space. It is bothering people per profession. And the act of prospecting is best done through really freaking good marketing where everybody has already heard of you and all you're doing is collecting the grain that has already been made for you. I grow wheat. I go and get my wheat and we eat really good. I've done it twice. One at Rev Partners, 0 to 10 million in 3 years. And also here in Super, it is the way we execute. It's the way we're even on this show right now. Crispy the Rizzler. It is marketing must propagate your name, not to tell what you do, but to make sure everybody knows you exist. And then prospecting is the act of gathering your grain. It is more important to have a better marketing and brand and distribution. Distribution wins.
Yeah.
And everybody now is going to have an AI SDR that is trying to do cold outbound. It is even more important to do marketing and even more important to do things that don't scale than before, like what we're doing right now.
I think that we do marketing very differently from most other companies generally about brand and planting the seed of how someone knows about us. I think that we are very unique in the way that we do this. Even the two companies that you've built around this are also very unique in their own ecosystems because no one is alike us because of this exact strategy. And so, yes, I think it's important to do the marketing and branding piece, and that marketing is not dead per se. But I also think we do it in a very unique way that 90% of the other market does not do, which is the big difference.
I'd say it's differently. And just to put a nail in this coffin is if you were to go to a Y Combinator or you're to go into any startup portion, one of the things we're going to look at is if you have product market fit. Part of having product market fit is the ability to create leads without doing outbound prospecting. And when you get money, it is about creating an outbound motion. And so first step one, boys and girls, it is creating inbound as your ability, and you'll be graded on your ability to do inbound. And you are worth more if you can do inbound. And I think that's one of the best ways of thinking about something. Which one makes me worth more, mommy and daddy? And it is always inbound.
Thanks for taking that to a weird spot at the end there, but decent points made. Let's move on to the big finale, number 6. Crispy, your time to read this one.
Boom. All right. We are in Q4, right? We have holidays coming up. So the question is, do we grind through holidays or is time off when like the deals close, right? Do we embrace the burnout or do we just let it sit? We're mid-November right now, well on our way to Q4. I am a big proponent. Here's an example. I'm a big proponent of working through the holidays. I have
Crispy, it's my turn to go first.
No, I can give my opinion as part of the setup. Or if you want
Whenever you read the topic, you're supposed to let the other person go first.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Burnout or not is the question.
I'll say this loud and clear for everybody that has ears to hear it. You either got excuses or you're a freaking champion. And that is December is when champions are made. It's when everybody has an excuse and when the people without excuses win. Now, am I saying burnout? I'm not a pro for burnout. Am I saying that you take off when the deal's closed? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is winners win. And there's a reason you're in sales. Sales make the most money out of anybody in the company when they're executing. And there's a reason you are in sales. And it is sometimes you don't get the same amount of time off. It is the blood of the organization. You bear a burden that others don't have. You make more money than other people make. And it is part of what you're doing. Sales, top earners, they also sometimes have to close a deal on December 31st.
Yes. I want to disagree with you, but I don't. It's against my nature to disagree with you on this. As an example, like, I don't believe in burnout. I think burnout is a lack of discipline. Discipline is the ability to do the same thing over and over again perfectly, no matter the stress or disastrous scenario that you're in. Burnout is your inability to deal with that.
I call that resilience. And what my mentor, the person I aspire to be like, once said, I endured for the hope I had in him. And so there's this reality of hope. And do you believe? And if you believe, you are a force that is inevitable, and it's all about the conviction of your belief. So I found most salespeople who talk about like December or not, it's like, it means you do not believe in the product, do not believe in what's going to happen. December's when champions are made, or when losers are found. I don't know how else to say it.
December is like, I'm thinking of like the football scenario, right? Of December is the stoppage time of the World Cup final or the Champions League final, as an example. Like, this isn't we're going to go to the next match in the tournament or anything like that. No. We are down to the wire. Like, it's fucking go time right now. Q4, December, you hit the one thing that happens every year, which is end of week, end of month, end of quarter, end of year, where you can make crazy things happen. You can make or break the business up in December. December is the time when things come.
I'll end with this. There's a philosophy that I like to say. Some people think in probabilities. Some people think in possibilities. And so probabilities being, how likely is this to happen? And those people quit. Good salespeople think in possibilities, and they think, how can I make this happen? Especially when it's hard. And to be a good salesperson, you must think in possibilities, which means you must be open to having the possibility of working on December 31st to close the deal. You cannot think in probabilities. If you do, you just, that doesn't make it. It's not a good recipe for a sales rep. Okay, host, bring us home. Say something really smart and really creative and really good as we end this.
Took us 22 minutes, but we finally got a quotable moment from this show. The probability line was pretty good. Just want to point out there that burnout doesn't exist is going to land us in the LinkedIn Looney Bin for the first time. Yay, we've got some haters. I would also like to point out both of you work at Supered, where the company has 2 weeks off in December. I agree about sales. I agree about the probability thing. Yeah, not as much talk about rear ends this time. Overall, I give it a C-. You two have got a lot to improve upon. Thank you.